What's up, guys? I'm your host, John Finkelstein, and today we have an awesome guest. I've got Kent from Kraft Brew Morphology in the house. He's backstage right now. So let me bring him on, and we can get the show started.
All right.
All right. What is up, Kent? Yes, sir. You know it. Real quick, let's. I'm just gonna go through the comments. Bring those up. Yeah, man. I know not a lot of people have joined yet, but that's all right. So first up, yes, Shelby from DWR, and we got T and Keisha from Keys Constrictors. Thank you so much, guys. Means a lot. And so I got my friend Lucy up in the house. She's been watching me ever since I started doing my lives. Thank you so much, Lucy, for coming out. I really appreciate you. Yes, no H. If you guys don't know.
I'm wanting to click on every link that, every chat that's showing up down there. Like,
yeah,
shout them out. So, I mean, it's nice being on the other side of this, where you get to ask me questions. So
yes, sir. Dude, I'm excited. And we got Zach Bra up here. We got Ken from Kenneth Evans Reptiles. Lucy says good vibes, good vibes. I appreciate it. All right. So yeah, let's get this show started. It's awesome to have you as a guest. You were on my show 2 weeks ago as part of my panel doing the one chip challenge. And that was awesome because you were dude, I felt so bad because I was like focused on the challenge and I didn't realize you were like eating all this hot stuff with me, to be honest. Like I kind of like saw in the background, but I'm like just like my mind was just like, all right, how bad is this challenge gonna be? You know what I mean?
Legit. It's something like I eat hot stuff. And it's a challenge I'm not going to do unless somebody pays me or something. Like the fact you did too.
That's funny. Yeah, you know what's really funny about that is so I ate those 2 chips and probably like an hour after I ended the live, like I was just in my room just chilling. All of a sudden I got these mad stomach cramps and like my back like just started tightening up so bad. I started like laying on the ground trying to do stretches and like I'm like, oh crap, like I like rushed to the fridge, grabbed my milk, like chugged some milk and dude, that was bad. It wasn't like horrible after I drank all the milk and stuff, you know what I mean? Like no issues after that, but man, like that stuff could tear your stomach up.
Yeah, I mean, so I have Pepto and Tums and like, I for like when I do stupid hot stuff.
Yeah.
I do some stupid hot stuff that I won't do.
Okay.
So you watch Hot Ones, right?
Yeah.
That show, right?
Yeah.
The dab. They're always doing it where you can bite the wing and you get all the hot sauce in your mouth, so it's not going around your face, on your hands or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the trick.
And
now,
it's
the challenge. You got the Cheeto dust.
Yeah.
And it's blue and tastes like crap and dry as hell.
Yeah, not good.
But I commend you for actually doing it.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, I do love spicy food, and it's really interesting to see all these people do the one chip challenge, and like it's funny people's reactions. Some like can't handle it at all. Some people do really well with it, and I just I was kind of late watching it, but I just saw Derek's Reptiles and Kike do it from Bosa Balls, and so yeah.
Oh, dude,
Derek did the chip. Yeah, Derek did the chip. I think he said it was the second time, but the first time he only did about half a chip, and he was dead. The second time he did the full chip. Kike did Satan's Toe, which is like a lollipop that I think the chip is at like 2 million Scoville. And apparently Kike was reading off the thing and said like 9 million Scoville just for that pop. And I'm like, dude, like, and honestly, I thought he took it pretty well. You know what I mean? I part of me wants to think that he was kind of like staging up his reaction a little bit because of Derek, because Derek was just chugging milk and like, dude, I think Derek chugged like 3/4 of a gallon of milk, like shoving ice cream in his face and dying like the whole time. Like that was hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
but
have your
all right. What's up?
What you have have your citrus, have your dairy
Yeah,
on the side. I mean,
gotta have it
it's
ready.
gonna wreck your gut.
Yeah, and I seen Kike like eating that ice cream bar and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm getting brain freeze just like watching him eat it. He's like just chomping it down in like 4 seconds. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man, like I do want to try it. I'll definitely have to order that and get it on my show.
Yeah, I've been saying, if somebody sends me the one chip, I'll do it. And I'll probably make a go out of it for like USR or something like that. Like watch my team, donate money, that type of thing. I mean,
okay, that's a good idea for sure.
I deal with Torchbearer hot sauces. I mean, it's actually kind of cool. Like I did their one chip challenge or whatever, like where I was doing the wing thing, and I went through their gauntlet, and they retweeted me. Did that thing. So I mean, we have a cool relationship here. So I mean, that was kind of cool. My favorite hot sauce company to be like, yo, check this dude out. But that was back in my old YouTube days, old Instagram days. So now we're here.
Yep. A couple more people in the chat I want to say what's up to. I'm a little bit behind on that, and then we'll get into more of the show. Let's see who stopped in since I left off. So we got Shane from Heads and Tails. What's up, Shane? We got Wiz Constrictors up in here. We got Gio from Eden's Den, and congratulations, Gio. Just had a baby today. So guys, go to his Instagram. Give him a congratulations. Like I don't have kids, but I can only imagine, being a father and things like that. So, yeah, man, awesome thing. Obviously something you're always gonna remember. And yeah, man, good luck.
Welcome.
Oh man, I'm behind. All right, yeah, Gershon, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yeah, and it looks like we got like 9 people in here right now, so that's awesome. I mean, I've only been doing this for
2 weeks, right?
Pretty much 2 weeks, 3 if you want to count the hot chip challenge. But really, you're technically my second solo guest. So that's really awesome.
You'll have to figure this out at a later date, or unless you have your phone handy. You can go into your stream, watch it here, mute it, and then make people moderators, because that's what.
Yeah, I do not know how to do that. What'd you say I got to do? I'm just curious.
So are you on your laptop right now?
No, man, I'm on my phone.
You're on your phone. Okay.
Yeah, so, I'll have to do that.
After we're done, I will screenshot you how to add mods.
Nice. Yeah, I think the mods thing is so convenient because you can go to anybody, like especially if you're new to the channel, you can go to anybody, subscribe to them, go to their channel without leaving the stream. It's really awesome. There's a lot of people who do it.
Share everything. And
and then you can also see who your regulars are and those people that really kind of support your channel. And when someone new comes in, you know what I mean, like after a stream or two, make them blue or whatever. And
I mean,
it's pretty awesome.
You can't really see it on our end right now, but eventually you'll find out who the people are that aren't coming. Who's new?
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Wiz wants to be Smurfed. Oh yeah, you do. I'm just kidding.
Smurf.
All right, man. So let's start this out, man. So first off, I would like to explain who you are. What's your name, who you are, where you're from, what's your company, how'd you come up with your brands and things like that. So kind of your, how'd you get started and, who are you?
Okay. I mean, how far back do you want to go?
When did you come up with Kraft Brew?
Like a year ago, but
okay.
I was born on Easter Sunday.
Oh yeah.
1989.
Okay, so let me ask you.
True. I'm an Easter baby.
Okay.
So, everybody asks me, like, how did I get into this, right? And that's what we're always interested to see.
What's up, Ray?
Yeah. I grew up with an asshole cat, pardon my language, but we had a cat that was spawn of Satan, right? If it was nice, that was his worst day, like when it was nice. So, I did my whole thing with like fish, gerbil, whatever. Your run of the mill, pets back in the early '90s were. And I like dinosaurs, and Jurassic Park kind of came out, and I got sheltered from like the dude getting ate off a turlet. But like dinosaurs were still big, right?
Oh yeah, dude. I think you and I are the same age, and so we grew up with pretty much the same stuff. So
I mean, Power Rangers, like that stuff. So, I landed on reptiles. Anoles. My first snake was a corn snake that lived until I was in college.
Oh man, no.
So like, it's weird. Like, yeah, I'm weird. We're reptile keepers. But like, I don't know. It just those scaleless things connected with me, right?
Sure.
So I had this corn snake, and it was, I would call it malnourished at this point in my life, given with the size it was, but it lived for like 20 years.
Okay.
So at the same time, I'm like, well, it had a long life.
Yeah.
So I mean, it started with that corn snake.
Okay.
And my love for like these crazy reptiles and dinosaurs and whatever.
Sure.
And then life happened, college happened. I still had leopard geckos. I had a couple ball pythons. I was that guy that had the weird snakes, and had I known there had been a show right next to my college where I had a retic or some crazy stuff, I probably would have been that guy, be like, here's a big ass snake. Fuck you guys.
Right.
Pardon my language. But yeah, I mean, there's just been something about these scaled animals that have, centered me. Right now,
what's up, Nicole? Hey, Nicole, what's up?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to say what's up. She can't stay for very long, so. But yeah, man.
That Nicole. Nicole and I had a great life. I let her, everybody toasted marshmallows on the fire she was spitting last night.
Oh my gosh, Nicole's awesome. She's so passionate about what she does, and like every interview she has, like the dynamic she has with her guests are awesome. And I love her show with Dre. Monday mornings at 6, I think, in the morning Mountain Time where I'm at. And
yeah, it's early.
Man, like, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate
it. Hers because, like I told you backstage, I was dealing with some illness this morning. Not COVID, we're good. So I have to go rewatch that. Yeah, I mean, I love that passion. Anyway, that got me distracted.
I'm so sorry, bro. I do have. Keep going. Keep going.
Easter in 1989. But yeah, I mean, I love these animals. I have entirely too many. Like, so when you see here, right, in my screen, there's more over here and more over there. It's a lot.
Nice.
Various species, whatnot.
Sure.
So some of these are pets. Some of these are breeding projects. And I'm at the point now where I need to divest myself from, who's not paying the rent.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, that's kind of where I sort of landed because, started April 2021, got my first ball python, and then literally probably like every month after that, I get like a new snake.
Yeah.
So I'm up to like 19 now. 19 now. I did just sell one off. But yeah, I'm up to 19. I was at 20, and considering that, I was in an apartment before this, now I'm in a house, but still I'm living in somebody else's house. So I can't breed rats. So every time I add an animal, it's just another $4 or $5 every week to feed those guys. So I realize like what I want to do is sort of keep my collection at maybe like 20, and then upgrade those genetics, sell off, trade, whatever I got to do to sort of improve from there.
You make a better baby, grow it up, eventually sell off that girl. When, the new baby can breed, and that makes sense. Though, one thing I will say, if you have the opportunity to breed your own rodents, do it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I cannot wait. Yeah, that'd be the goal for sure. I mean, I just don't understand how you can have a large collection and not do it. There are definitely breeders out there that do like buying the rats from Rodents Pro or whatever. But
Now,
for me, if I can do that, it's extra time, but I really feel like in the end, it's going to be worth it.
There's a finite point, right? So
Yeah.
where we can manage our rats to feed our snakes, but you're going to get, if you do get to that big point where you're like C.S. Morris, Wilbank, you get into that upper echelon of holy crap, this is like 3 more jobs. You can't bring your own rodents.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean,
that makes sense. Yeah.
While we're in this middle,
Yep.
We have to breed our own because it's more cost effective.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I honestly never thought about it that way. It's like if you're a beginner and you only have 1 to 5 snakes or whatever, like you're totally fine spending $25 a week or whatever it costs you.
Rodent Pro order together. That's
fine.
And then you get bigger. It's like, well, this makes more sense to breed them. And that's where I'm at and what I recommend.
Oh yeah, I'm with you there. So let me ask you, when did you say you got your first snake? You were pretty young because you said it lived for about 20 years.
When did I get my first snake? I think I was like 7 or 8.
Oh wow, yeah.
Power Rangers were so cool.
I remember that growing up. Yeah.
The Green Ranger was still alive. I mean, as of a couple of days ago. Rip the green and then white ranger. Sorry.
Oh, you're good, man.
Got distracted. Yeah, my first snake, it was a corn snake, like I said earlier, about, let's say, 1997, right? This was an albino corn snake, right?
Oh, okay, nice.
So if you go back in time, that was a pretty damn cool snake my parents found from a local breeder.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't have crazy morphs. Like, just finding a snake breeder was difficult locally.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
And we found, at the time, this albino corn snake. And there were also, normal ball pythons, from what I remember, in this lady's house, which, I thought she was cool. But I'm now realizing that her whole wall was like all snake enclosures. So she's like me now.
Sure. That's pretty cool, though.
But yeah, I mean, I had that snake forever. And, I mean, he was small. I assumed it was he. But, I mean, the fact that it lived from when I was, in elementary school to when I was in college, and I was actually sad the damn thing died.
Yeah, I bet, for sure. Yeah, so you were in it really young. I mean, obviously your parents were cool with it and things like that. So that's really awesome. And I had a conversation with somebody about this the other day, but having animals, especially like reptiles and things like that when you're young and showing kids, proper care when they're young and getting them involved and, sort of developing that passion and respect for animals in life at that age is very valuable.
This was back in the day, where the AstroTurf and like husbandry sucked. Like I probably killed more anoles than I'd like to admit.
Yeah, I get it.
But
that
love that instilled in me for these animals, leads me to where I'm at now.
Sure. So I do want to kind of go to this too. So you kind of explained it to me a little bit earlier, probably through messaging and things like that. But how did you come up with Kraft Brew?
So this is a little interesting. So my name is actually Kent Beers, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So KB, my initials. There's beer thrown in there. Sorry, my computer's going to update. So KB Craft Beer, nickname in college was Brew. So
oh yeah,
it's sort of one led into the other thing where it was like, well, I was just joking with my buddy in like 2018 or something like that. Hey, if we breed snakes, I'm gonna be Kraft Brew Morphology, and it just sort of stuck
really?
because it's
Wow.
like a play on my name, my initial.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
And then we got this cool logo that.
Yeah, dude, I love your logo. Honestly, I think when I first got into this and started getting involved with, Instagram and social media, I'm pretty sure you were one of the first accounts that I started following on Instagram. And when I saw your logo, honestly, like, I thought you were, like a big time, beer guy, sure, but a big time breeder. Like, I thought you, like, honestly, I'll say this. So people who get into, social media for their businesses and reptiles and things like that, a logo can speak volumes. Oh yeah. And when I first started out, probably up until a couple months ago, I didn't have a professional logo. I literally had nothing. People just knew me as Inquiline. I had my profile picture as like a snake. And so I feel like people who want to take this serious need to invest that money into getting a logo, and it doesn't have to be a lot. Find an artist that you like. There's a couple different apps out there.
You guys like tattoos?
Yeah.
Get your guy that does your tattoos to make your logo. They're probably going to be pretty good.
For sure, yeah.
So, John, you mentioned that you thought I was bigger when you followed me than I was.
I mean, I don't even know where you're at. What are you at right now? Like how many animals, ball pythons, etc.?
I only have had one clutch of ball pythons.
Okay, gotcha.
So it was intentionally planned in failing, if that makes sense, right? So before the pandemic happened, I had some snakes. I had I had bearded dragons, right? So I'm planning to breed these things, right? And then have this launch right in the middle of the pandemic, apparently, of Kraft Brew, and where we actually have animals for sale. And now we're here 2 years later, and I have a handful.
Sure.
So it's like I had this grand plan. I'm gonna roll out. It's soft. I have these animals that are breeding. We're gonna be good. It's gonna be great. And then my female ball python dies.
Oh man.
We missed next day bearded dragon, and then the male nuts died out of brumation. So like how I got here is just incredibly cool. So like, and I would say in hindsight, grow your brand big, right? So people saw my logo, people bought into that. Now I'm at almost 2,000 followers on Instagram, 300 subscribers on YouTube, and now they're they've bought into that.
Sure.
So they bought into the journey, and it just sort of happened that way for me. It helps having a cool name, cool logo. For that. But I mean, it's been like I found my way into where I'm at right now.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Sense.
Honestly, I think you have one of the best logos out there. You know what I mean? Like, do you have merch and things that you're selling, or stickers, merch?
Well, you can go on my storefront here and buy a nice hoodie like this. Wear it one time per century, and you'll be fine. But I am working on better merch.
Oh yeah, for sure. I get it. That's cool. So moving on, what genes are you working with? What's in your collection?
Right. Well, where do you want to start?
Oh man, I guess we can get into it, man.
I mean, You want to?
I was like, I have a lot of questions about your animals. So whether you want to show off your animals now, I know you got a snake cam, but it doesn't matter whether you want to do that now. But if it's better for like a visual.
If you want to ask me about recessives or codons, my favorites, I can show this all first, and then show off hatchlings, whatever.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got all those questions.
Let's go.
All right. Let's see. I just want to make sure.
You want to get the snake?
Yeah. Let me pull it up here. I was just trying to make sure that I'm not leaving anything out while we're doing this. All right. So let's pull up this snake cam. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay, so that one's still muted. We're good.
I think so. Oops. And then make this one.
Yeah, slide that. Yeah, there we go.
That'll work. Whatever.
All right. Oh, can you do the one where we're on the side?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. I'm so sorry. I actually pulled that one up.
There should be one where you can show both of us and then this camera.
Right, so that's the same one I just had.
Nope.
No, that's the split. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm learning.
And then slide the snake cam over.
Oh, I slide it over. That's how you do it. See, I didn't know that was a feature.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to see? What do you want to hear about?
What's up, Phil? What's up, Ray?
Hey, Phil.
What's up, Chris? All right.
You want to see?
All right. So you have one from him? Yeah, man. Let's show that off.
All right. So, this one is a dual shout out because ignore me. I'm going to be moving on the other camera.
You're good.
So this one is kind of cool. It's from Chris and B&F. It's my first yellow belly complex. And Nicole, she likes bumblebees. So
they're awesome.
One I'm having a joint project with.
Okay.
And this is a bumblebee spark.
Yeah, man. I love bumblebees. My first ball python ever was a spark. So what plants is that a male or female?
This is a girl. I believe she laid in May or June of last year. A couple eggs.
Gotcha.
For,
so that was so she brought you your first clutch then.
Well,
is that correct?
Hopefully be my first clutch of this coming year.
Okay, but she started off your sort of whole breeding and everything?
No. I just
okay. Oh, gotcha.
A few breeders, so.
Gotcha. I see.
And you can see she's got a little bit of spidery dirt. But it hasn't affected her babies or anything.
Yeah.
I've seen. Granted, it was my first year having her.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, she's beautiful for sure.
We will. So this is a joint pairing that I have. Terrence, if he's still here, he's gonna like this one because this snake is yellow belly, everything.
Yeah.
It's an ivory. So I'm taking this ivory male and pairing it to that bumblebee spark, make some pumas.
Hopefully. Yeah, dude. Yes, sir.
And what's cool, John, about this pairing is that when I miss on the pumas, I won't have to question if it's spark, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I'll hit yellow belly. That's the failure.
Yeah.
So also if you notice, you see some bumps prior to him coming here. He got nipped by a rat, but it's not as bad as it used to be.
Yeah.
So you can barely tell.
Well, I mean, after every shed, that I feel like it goes away unless he got bit up really bad, or.
No, I mean, like the worst case was on his nose.
Oh, okay.
And it's not even bad now.
Yeah.
My buddy was like, "Oh, what?" He got, beat up pretty good. And actually, he's fine. I'm gonna wait for him to shed, and then shed, eat here, and then he'll get thrown in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a joint project. The other one I have is my clown possible blade, possible het hypo to a super NG albino. So if Sean's still here, that's a pairing he likes. And if Mike from Spicy Noodles still is here, yeah, NG everything. The other one for a joint pairing that we have so far is I can show off the baby from her, but a Firefly pie to my het pie that I proved out last year.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, those are the ones that I can't show because they're not physically here.
Sure.
So I mean, those are the ones I'm excited about. I'm waiting for this dude because if you follow my channel at all, you know I like Ultramel, right?
Oh man, yeah.
And this is an Ultramel pin.
Oh man,
and the camera does not do
awesome.
it justice.
That's all right. I mean, it's a little dark, but oh man, that's beautiful. I would love a snake like that in my collection for sure. Yeah.
I can't adjust this camera, but I would love seeing Phil that's in the chat to see this body. You know, get best of Rhodium.
Man, that's beautiful.
So currently, he's reluctant to block with anything.
Oh yeah.
But I have him paired with this girl. This is just a cinnamon.
Okay.
So same stripe at Ultramel.
Yeah. You said the cinnamon. Sorry, it was a little hard to hear for a second. You said she was het Ultramel, or you're just pairing the pinstripe?
I'm going to make
making hats. Yeah, making hats with that pinstripe Ultramel. Yeah.
Yeah, and like cinnamon pinstripe. If I hit a girl, I'm gonna replace her.
Okay. Yeah, man. Hey, if you, man, it's crazy because I need an Ultramel female, but man, because I picked up at the last Rotosh show that I went to, I picked up a male het puzzle het Ultramel, so double het puzzle Ultramel, and he's a really good looking snake. But man, dude, I want to find some puzzle projects and some Ultramel projects to put into, but. Oh, man, because Ultramel is beautiful, puzzle's awesome, puzzle's super expensive. But yeah, man.
Get into. So
yeah.
Here's the other, what I'm pairing the Ultramel to.
Oh, okay.
So we're trying to do double het Ultramel packs.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
So both snakes came from Brian Barczyk.
Oh yeah, okay.
Ironically, but and actually Shelby, who was in the chat earlier, was looking at the snake, and I actually sniped it from her. So I mean, she's a little small right now.
Sure.
She's about 1,000 grams. So unless she's pounding food, I might not actually be doing Ultramel everything this year.
Yeah, I understand.
But I'm not going to complain because we have double hets and other het projects going on.
For sure.
But to answer your previous question that you didn't ask, Ultramel everything. That's my favorite recessive.
Yeah, that's right. That's your hat. That's like yeah, you throw that into all your lives and everything, like hashtag Ultramel everything. All right.
Yeah, and he's not locked up.
Yeah. 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 So, Ultramel is amazing. So you're like Team Ultramel, probably not Team Monarch or anything like that. I know there's that big old debate with
I'll say
mutation creation and
if they're not whatever.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
I work a lot with pastel, leopard,
Mm.
and blue-eyed Lucy complexes, at least where I'm breeding right now. So
Yeah.
we can show off this cool ass dude. He's got some stuck shed, which whatever.
I know. I get it.
Yeah,
It happens.
Northeast winters it gets dry. This is
Yep.
my super pastel leopard butter,
Oh man, that's beautiful.
and he is
Yeah.
locked up to like everything. He would lock up with the, you know, tripod if I'd let him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't produce anything for me last year.
Okay.
Female butter reabsorbed, and I was dumb and didn't throw him back in there.
Yeah.
But he is my best male, I would say right now.
Nice. That's awesome.
So he's got leopard, and everything's going to be pastel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It has to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really so like what I've had locked up so far. I've been him to this girl, which is the butter.
Okay.
You can see. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. She's pretty big. Looks like.
yeah, I wouldn't say that like she's ovulated yet, but
Yeah.
given when I thought she was going to go last year, but she is definitely. Oh, that's the game here.
Classic, super classic up in the house. Yeah.
I had that.
I like that, man.
So with that blue-eyed leucistic project that I'm working with, here's the other female. This is a butter Mojave. The other one was the butter. So,
oh yeah,
pretty good chance that I will hit, blue-eyed leucistics, varying complexes, or varying,
sure.
butter Mojave, whatever. This year,
yeah,
pastel.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to actually do this to show you the varying degrees of super pastel. Here's a pile of snakes, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
so
man,
this one,
it's beautiful.
Super pastel. This one, super pastel leopard butter.
Okay.
This one, super pastel etchy butter ghost.
They're all beautiful, man. I love super pastel. It's just such like it just brings out so much like vibrancy to the animals.
Now,
like it just makes that
away because he's a boy, and those two aren't ready. But I mean, just look at what the patterning does. I mean, this is super pastel, right?
Yeah.
Throw an Enchi and Ghost. They still both have butter.
Mm-hmm.
Enchi.
Man, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think you got some cool stuff, man, for sure.
And yeah, this is a very cool, this one is a very nice line of pastel, I think.
It looks beautiful. Like it almost looks like something else is there, but
it almost looks like it's DG, but it's not. Yeah.
Something, man.
This one's in the middle of shedding.
You got it, buddy.
But yeah, I mean, this as far as like powerful snakes go, this again, my camera doesn't show the oranges and the browns. This is probably my most powerful snake.
Okay.
And as a super pastel that you better ghost, and getting the hype of getting people G-stripe. They're cheap.
So let's see. Hold on, so make sure I'm going back. So you said you had one clutch already, and what was like the best animal that you produced out of that? Like, what did you have a holdback? Are they all holdbacks, or like what?
I have one holdback and one that's not accounted for. So we'll go through. So the pairing was it was kind of fun for me. I bought the female as a male.
Oh, okay.
It started doing female things.
Yeah.
Looked like it was het pied. Has a good track. She's not here right now. She's off getting paired. But I paired her to my, I'll call him King Charles because it's funny. So I paired her to my only male at the time. Was this champagne pastel. So if I can get him to come out and not bite me. There it is. So he's got this cool little paradox.
All right.
Right there. So this is my only proven breeder male.
Oh, okay.
He's champagne pastel, 50% posset, lavender albino.
Oh, okay.
So at the time, I was talking to Jeremy Carrigan. He's like, "You think this girl's a girl? Throw in this male." And well, I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have her here, obviously, but I do have her all her babies. So.
Okay.
So we'll show off from least impressive to most, I guess.
All right.
So I mean, he threw me a lot of champagnes, right?
Yeah, I honestly, at first, champagne really wasn't like big on my radar, but the more things that I see from it, it's definitely climbing up the ladder for me.
I mean, it just throws so many things, right? Like, this is a single gene champagne, right? There's nothing else. It's not het pied. I mean, it could be het lavender. This is one of the ones I'm assist feeding, so
okay.
But she will be available. So when she's ready, if anybody wants to get into champagne mimosa, that project, she's a girl, so she will be up for sale. We'll get peed on. Told you.
Yep.
But that's a girl. I'll have to clean up that pee later. But no, she's still being assessed.
Okay.
Hopefully she goes. And yeah, you saw that piece. Sorry.
And really quick, let me ask you this while you're doing all that. How big was your first clutch?
5'8".
Okay.
They were decent size. This is the second biggest one I have. This is my holdback champagne to show you the polymorphism in champagne.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Honestly, that would make me get into champagne right away, dude.
The head is more orange than the last. You got some. You can't see that, but there's some paradoxing, and then a little ringer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm holding her back because I want to make all the spider complex champagne stuff on the female side.
Okay.
So she's my holdback.
Nice. Yeah, she's really pretty.
Look at that dorsal. I mean, right from here to the end.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's crazy. Like, usually, maybe it is like that polymorphism, but the champagnes that I've seen are just like sort of washed out. I haven't really seen a strong dorsal like that on them. Maybe I just don't know the gene that well. I don't know.
When I have to, it's like, oh, you ate a freeway? I'm like, no, it's freaking champagne.
That's almost what it looks like. almost.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm holding her back. And obviously, that little ringer.
Yeah.
Not saying it's hat pied.
Yeah, that could definitely, especially if you're like a new breeder or like getting into
it's a nice
snakes,
name.
and you like learn the het pied type stuff, and you see a champagne, you're like, oh, that's het pied, but that it's just the champagne ringer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So here's the only non-champagne that I had. Of course, for me, it's
okay.
pastel, right?
Yeah, it's just a pastel. Yeah, it looks like it.
But I mean, it's a matte pastel. But
Yeah.
then we flip her over.
She got the track marks, huh?
And she got.
Is that what you're pointing out? Yeah, yeah. Huh, interesting. I'm curious because I produce pastel, but I don't think mine
as well.
I don't think mine turned out that way. Where is she? It's like I'm pretty sure she didn't. Yeah, because my pastel that I'm gonna pull myself up really quick.
Yeah, you can.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. This is my pastel that I produced. Super bright, pretty girl.
Yeah,
I'm trying to sell her, but she doesn't have
pastel.
She doesn't have those railroad tracks like yours do at all.
I mean, but like you didn't have hat pied in there or pied.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right, let me pull these back up.
And now I'm gonna have to clean off my computer and lay everything over here because like I've been popping the snakes as I've been showing them.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, Mom she didn't have railroad tracks like this, but I would say this.
Dang, so it might be het pied then.
Probable het for pied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
seeing those. Yeah, seeing those babies.
And what's cool is, if Morbid were to get, he's getting the snake, right? It's possible to het lavender too.
That would be awesome, man. Because I'm getting in all the lavender for sure.
So I mean, he could throw a dreamsicle to her, and if he could pop out dreamsicles from this. So I mean,
that would be crazy.
Kind of a cool animal to have. But yeah, I'm feeling this one is definitely het for pied.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we got sexy and finding.
Apparently, I accidentally put them in timeout. But if they come back, I'm gonna have to block them. I should have just blocked them. It's all right. It happens to everybody, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's how you know you're popular. So, so we're moving up in genetics, and this one is a clone of Dad.
Oh, okay.
So this is
that head stamp is just so dark on his head.
Now remember when I was showing you Dad with the paradox thing?
Oh yeah.
And I get it's more yellow, as you can see it.
So really pretty.
But it still definitely has more going on than Dad does or did.
Okay.
This one is also going to Morbid.
Okay.
But I was upset. Like this snake, as well as it's doing, it didn't absorb anything from the yolk. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to have to fist feed it. Oh, it's going to suck.
Yeah.
My best eater.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part, out of this clutch. I could probably put a, wrap up here and she'd eat it.
And, for sure.
She's got no wobble, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's cool. My tiniest one. One of my best going on. But here's what will be the coolest snake that I produce from that clutch.
Oh, that's for real? You produce that? Oh, dude. That's stunning. I like it.
This is why champagne is such a cool gene.
That's good looking.
John, ask me, what do you think? Is that a pied?
You're telling me that you don't even know if those other ones are het pied. So
No, this one
I
is
would
het pied.
like that's
how cool champagne is.
That's only champagne you're telling me, or what?
This is a champagne het pied.
Het pied.
Yep.
That's
how cool
what?
champagne is.
I didn't even know champagne could throw those like ringers or whatever. What?
Yeah. Yep. This is a.
I had no idea, bro. Like you sell that at a show, everyone's calling that pied.
Yeah.
But you know your genetics, you know what I mean? You know what you threw in there.
Yeah, it could not be a pied. Otherwise, I'd have had more. But what was stupid cool about this?
Thanks, Will.
Burning.
What's up, Clint? Yeah, dude, that's dude. Those islands and like
articulation, and then
oh my god,
he'll let me cooperate.
I had no idea. You might make me a champagne believer.
I mean, it's got paradoxing, and yes, it's a boy. It's the only reason it's going to Jessica Ozak.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I was super bummed when I sexed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I get it. I get it.
Cool looking snake. I mean,
yeah.
Got paradoxing on its head if I can get it.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, it's just champagne het pied.
Man, that's beautiful. I just love those two little like those. What is it? Yeah, like two little islands in the middle, and like, oh, dude.
And what's
all
right. The visual pied is just like a head and a white snake.
Mm.
But yeah, that's the best thing I produced. We'll have more. Hopefully, I said I had the clown, possible blade, possible head hypo, and this girl's in blue.
Okay.
Orange green, boss double head, clown hypo. So
do you have any plans for her? Or?
Yeah, she's going to clown this up with Brad.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
So he's already locked up with that Super NG albino.
Mm.
If she is ready, she's about 1,000 grams. I might attempt it, but I can wait until next year.
Yeah. Well, what's really interesting, I heard this from King Austin, is he was saying that, like, let's say you got 1,200 gram girl, and if you think that she's ready, he's like, it'd probably be better to, yeah, she's ready. But even if she throws you like, let's say like 4 or 5 eggs, and then the next year she can go again and she throws you, 5 or 6, it's better to pair her just because she's ready than to wait that extra year when you're only going to get maybe 6 eggs out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you're like, I don't know. That was an interesting sort of concept that I kind of heard from him.
So that one, and of course this one's a runner. So that one is not of age.
Sure.
This one is. So if she this is a black pastel. So if she gets up to size, she'll get paired, but she's like 800 grams. So I'm not
sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love black pastel. I think black pastel adds, oh man, it just makes everything better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I like that darkness.
Yeah.
So obviously that's going to go to Ultramel.
That'd be nice.
What else? Bringing this year, I put the Super Pastel Leopard Butter to this girl. It's another B&S production.
Nice.
Is
that a super pastel banana or a pastel banana?
Just a banana.
Just banana. Okay.
Possible het lavender, or not het lavender. Het albino.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because I have 3 bananas in my collection. I just sold a Banana Mojave Fire breeder male that produced my first clutch, and none of them have spots at all. It's crazy.
So, like I said, this camera like doesn't pick up the colors that well. It is as light as you think it is. Like
it is or isn't?
Or something else could be in there, but it's not.
Okay. Yeah, that's really pretty though.
Yeah, so she's been locked up. You know.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got a female banana. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you're gonna make females and male makers, whatnot.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that covers, you know, the rack itself and my hatchlings.
All right.
So there's 3 more snakes. So you were talking about, you know, pastel lines.
Yep.
It definitely matters.
Sure.
This one I got from Kurtwood.
Okay.
Very yellow, very bright. You know, it's about 400 grams or so.
A female or so a female or male or?
It's a female.
So let me ask you this, because so I produced a female pastel. I think she's beautiful. Is it worth holding her back, or like I've been trying to sell her? You know, I mean, I'm not going to get much for her, but do you think it's worth holding her back?
$75.
Yeah, but what? I mean, is it because you like pastel and you want to add pastel to your projects, or like just because she's a female? Like, I'm just wondering. I'm like, man, like I do have a beautiful pastel.
I won her, and she was a girl.
Okay.
I have enough super pastels that I can entirely more.
Yeah.
But I think the right line of pastel.
Okay.
With hypo, with desert ghost, with enhancer, and various other permutations of genes, don't hate on it.
I do like pastel. It's weird because I think a lot of people like.
They hate it because it's everywhere.
Well, it's everywhere, yeah. But I mean, I think it adds. I think it makes a lot of combos amazing. But you know what I'm trying to say is, for some reason, when I see like a pastel clown, I don't like it. I don't know why. You know what I mean? But I like pastel in almost everything. You know what I mean? Like pastel makes, I think, you know, it's not like Desert Ghost or anything, but eventually Desert Ghost will probably be.
Clown. It's still a clown with pastel. That's the way I look at it.
I like the darker clowns, I guess, is what I think I'm trying to get to. Is I just, in my subconscious, when I see like a pastel clown versus a clown, I like the clown better.
The clown.
Yeah.
Sorry. But we have this like, visually it might not be as appealing, but if you're reading, right? You're reading that pastel clown to a DG het clown, you're gonna take whatever comes out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, we have snakes that we want to sell, that can sell. But you're lying to me if you don't have the most stacked things in your rack. Oh, it's pastel? Yeah,
I do like pastel. Yes. I got a lot of pastel. I mean,
I will very much promote pastel, butter,
yeah,
champagne, spider, that sort of thing. Because I work.
Yeah, I'm with you on that stuff for sure.
No, the worst. She's in blue. Anyway, this is one of the last things I have to bring out. It sucks. She's in blue. So this is a super vanilla.
Okay.
Possible het clown.
I don't know if I've even seen a super vanilla before. Yes, that's really pretty.
To compare it with fire and not get
a
nice. She could be also super trick, but we're leaning that she's not. So super trick will throw like these fallopian tubes in the alien heads throughout the entire snake. So I'm leaning towards she is just Trek.
Okay.
But still cool. I mean, even in
Yeah,
blue.
that's real pretty. Yeah, I mean, if she's in blue and I think she's that nice, like she's got to be even nicer in a couple days.
I mean, you got that fire head,
Mm-hmm.
super vanilla. So I mean, if she actually is head clown, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
Either way,
that'd be
everything
awesome.
she will make will be vanilla, possibly Trek. And she's, head clown because I'm pairing her to a clown.
Yeah.
And then here's another one where this one is actually not in blue, John. It's what's cool. So, what do you think this is?
Leopard or no, leopard?
Yeah.
Leopard. Is there something else?
There's something else.
Leopard spot nose? I don't know, man.
Leopard spot nose. And here's what's cool. If I can actually get it.
I love leopard so much, bro.
Remember we were talking about head by tracks?
Yep. Something's going on there, yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice ringer.
Oh yeah, no, I see it now. It's definitely washed out right there for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, at first when you showed me, I didn't really see it. But I did see like a couple little tracks towards the base of the tail, but it looked like
It's got a nice ringer. I'm not.
Yeah.
So, for those that don't know, any spider complex stuff in Pied is a head and a white snake. So I'm probably not going to go that route. Until a later date. I'll work her into some things.
Yeah.
Then prove her out for head pie. Oh, Will's talking about Jeff Erica.
Yeah, I'm all laughing at that now.
Oh, but
I forgot that's going on right now. Oh my gosh, I'm like mentally scarred now.
Oh yeah, they're on Monday.
They're crazy, I swear. But Jeff and Angie are awesome, and Juicy G, and oh my god.
But I mean, for two genes, spot nose and leopard. I mean,
yeah,
sample is. I bought them before I even knew I bought them.
Yeah.
From Chris with BNS.
Yeah.
Like, he saw me looking at the snake. And it's like, yeah, you're gonna get it.
That's dope. Yeah, I would love. Oh man, I would love to have a leopard spot nose combo, or a Batman, or I mean, really, like, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. And they
just go together. They just go together, man.
I mean, I can make the Batman or head Batmans or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, you plan on showing off any other snakes?
That I believe, for the most part, is all my snakes.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna pull this off real quick.
Yep. The light is off, so the boa can't come out. What else do I have? You can. Yeah, there we go. You want to see bearded dragon?
Sure, man. Yeah, let's see what you got.
All right. Ooh, spicy. So,
man, I gotta say, I don't. I mean, I have worked with bearded dragons. Do you have like a specific morph? Is it like a citrus or something, or?
This is a translucent.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Head hypo. Head lit. Possible head zero.
Interesting. I know of the bearded dragon morphs, but I obviously have not bred them or put in enough research.
Translucent. Look at the eyes; they're all black.
Okay.
And the belly will be blue.
Okay.
That's what they'll have showing up. Oh, apparently I have an emergency. for my water that I drank. Oops. Yeah, so apparently I've been drinking non-potable water.
I'm so sorry, it cut out for a second. What's up?
Apparently in my apartment there's been non-potable water all day.
Oh man. Oh really?
Got the email for a friend.
Huh.
Oops. Anyway, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
So, like you said, translucent.
Okay.
I mentioned this a couple times. She's stunted, so she's 2
Mm.
years old. She should be on breeding size. She's not, so she is pet.
Yeah. I was wondering that about my last. So the bearded dragon that I had, he's probably like a year and a half old, and he was not as big as the other bearded dragons I was looking at. And I'm wondering if I didn't give him the proper diet, or I mean, he was just really small compared to like a 1-year-old bearded dragon. You know what I mean? And I think maybe that was my fault. You know, maybe not feeding him enough, or I don't know. Is that what happens generally?
So, these two that I have, this one, that one, were cohabitating. This one
Okay.
outcompeted.
Yep.
She,
That makes sense.
I would not say, is dwarfed.
Mm-hmm.
She might be able to go. But
Yeah.
they're pets at this point.
Yeah.
The male is definitely big enough to thrash these girls, but
Mm.
he doesn't have anything genetic-wise that makes it worthwhile. I mean,
Yeah.
This one is
Yeah.
hypo,
Okay.
het wit, het trans, possible het 0.
Gotcha.
So if you're working with that 0 whiplet line, I mean, it's definitely a cool dragon, but
Mm. Yeah.
I don't want 20 babies.
Yeah. I feel that.
So one of the things with handling them is you always have to support their limbs,
Mm.
right? So I let her go. She start freaking out, but put her back.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Bearded dragons are cool, man.
Yeah, they're great pets.
Yeah.
You know,
I never, really had plans for breeding them. I think maybe eventually I will. I mean, once I like get big enough and established, and maybe a couple years down the road, get a nice breeding pair and stuff. But because I really love the Hypo Zeros, man, they're beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a hypo. I mean, like hypo het whip, but het 0.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, they're like I rarely handle them anymore, and I'm bringing them out, and you can see how good they are.
Oh yeah.
Now I get the male out. I mean, he wants to breed these girls, so he's a little cantankerous.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: so you got ball pythons, you got a couple bearded dragons. What else do you have going on?
A clownfish, a cichlid, maybe some snails. I don't know what the hell's still alive in there.
Yeah, I got that. I mean, I think everything is fun to work with. You know what I mean? If you can branch out, like it's just all fun.
Leopard geckos, a Colombian red-tailed boa, or
okay.
BCI Imperator, a dwarf species. Red-eared slider hybrid up here.
Okay.
I'll call it. We had to take him out because they're invasive up here.
Yeah. I understand.
He's got a cool carapace, but he's gonna live here because if there's a boy, he can't have him procreate.
Okay.
What else? Blue tongue skink. Obviously the ball pythons, and I have a breeding pair of Russian tortoises that I'm waiting for them to go. I'm gonna put her away.
Oh, really, man? How long does that take to start getting those up to size and breeding
I'll get her
maturity?
out now. Show them all.
Sorry, say that one more time.
The Russian tortoises.
Yeah, and they take like how long to start maturing for breeding? Like a couple years or like 3, 5 years?
So here's the boy.
Yeah. Because those get big, pretty decently big.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, they get about this big. This is a girl.
Oh,
So
really?
I
Okay.
tell-
So I must be thinking of something else then.
Oh, if you want tortoises, these are the way to go.
So Claudas are the big ones, yeah?
Yeah. So
Oh, I saw that.
you just saw that, right? So she peed.
Yeah.
But you can see her tiny tail. That's how you can tell that they're female. Males have the bigger tail.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Oh, man. I wish I had that on the big screen when that happened.
I gotta watch this whole thing.
Man, you've been getting peed on all night.
Yeah, I mean, some of it was intentional.
Yeah.
At least I didn't get on me. And you got to see tortoise anatomy there.
There you go. Yeah, I've been like
That's nice.
every now and then, like, I think one time I held my boa, and all of a sudden he just started like going everywhere, piss, poo, and I had to like rush to like the sink and like make sure he didn't like get it everywhere. I mean, he did get it everywhere, but oh man, it happens. Animals are animals, they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Well, on the bright side, it didn't go in my beer, so
There you go.
I will have to sanitize and clean this because she peed literally all over my tablecloth.
Yeah.
It happened, but
Yeah.
so I believe her to be, say, 4 years old, and he's probably 5.
Okay.
Like I said, they're so small. He's been trying to get it in for at least 2 years, and
yeah.
but I mean, tortoises are old. But I think it would be really cool to have cattle bred, Russian tortoise babies here.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
So as much as like I have pets aside from ball pythons, and that's like my breeding project. To have them go.
Yeah. Man, that's pretty awesome. So I come on.
You want a USR grant?
So hold on, I got a couple more questions, if that's all right. So, you can answer these as quick as you want, and we can do like a fast sort of round, and we can get to that and whatever. But what is your dream reptile? Like, if you could own anything, breed anything, what would it be? It doesn't necessarily have to breed it. It's just like you could own it, whatever. Like, what's your dream reptile?
So, own it, or does it exist now?
It exists now. You can own it. You don't necessarily have to breed it. It doesn't have to be legal where you're at. Just anything. Any animal.
I'm in Pennsylvania, so we can literally own anything here.
Okay.
So, animal that won't kill me, that I could legally obtain. I don't know. I still like my caiman that I have here.
Okay.
I want to say a Komodo dragon because technically, with the right steps and processes, I could own one.
Yeah.
I can own a Cuvier's dwarf caiman, and I had one here for a long time.
Nice.
He's up at my buddy's house, and I don't know. There's a picture of me holding him as he's like this big now.
Yep.
But that was cool to be able to own. I had a crocodilian sitting right over there.
Yeah, it's cool because in a couple weeks, probably 2 or 3 weeks out, depending on his schedule and my schedule, I've got a buddy coming on to the show. His brand is called Space Lizard Exotics, and he has 3 dwarf caimans. I think maybe 2 are Cuviers and one is
The black
maybe
or
flathead or I forget. Yeah,
there's like
I'm not too
3
familiar.
species.
Yeah. So I think he's got 2 species. 2 of them are one, I think, Cuviers. And so, yeah, I'll be having him on. I honestly don't know much about him, but he does a lot of social media and stuff like that.
So fun fact about them.
What's up?
Cuvier's dwarf caimans are the only crocodilian that don't death roll.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
even the gharials, the ones with the really long snout that go get
okay. Yep.
Cuvier's dwarfs don't.
Oh, okay. Interesting. They probably just go back and forth and stuff. All right. So where do you see yourself in 5 and 10 years?
Oh, 5 and 10 years.
Yeah, I assume 5 is a good time to get those females up. Maybe you want to get a couple projects in before you kind of get to that 5-year mark. And then, 10 years, probably more long-term.
Oh, so in 5 years, I hope to have multiple, make my double visual projects happen, right? So pies, clown, whatever. Expand what's here. Everything here is going to be nuts, right? I will have replaced the single gene codoms with better ones. That's my thing, right? Keep it small. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yep.
Take this, cinnamon up here. Oh, she's going to get replaced by a cinnamon pinstripe at Ultramel.
Sure.
And we keep it manageable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we keep constantly growing. And then when I'm ready, and this is where we get out in the 10 years, is you're going to know me.
Hell yeah.
Like, you're going to know me. That's my plan, right? Like, I'm going to have some... Like, if you buy a snake from me, you're special. Like,
sure.
You've got one of them. That's where I see myself, 10 years. I'll be 43 by the time I'm 50.
Isn't that interesting to think about, man? Oh, my goodness. That's crazy to think, like, 10 years from now, we're going to be that age. Yep, it's crazy. But, man, we're going to be doing big things. You know what I mean? I think I don't see myself ever giving up on this. You know what I mean? Even if the next 5 years are rough, I want to do this full time. And is that your goal too, to be able to take this into like a full-time business or a hobby, or like what does that look like?
So for me, if it happens, I'm not going to complain. But at the same time, I have my full-time job, and I'm very good at what I do. Okay. And I can like transition, from the public sector to the private sector easily.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like the safety of the public sector since it's hard to get fired.
Sure.
Private sector can make more money and buy more snakes, but yeah, this is like it's a hobby until it's not. That's where I'm at. I'd like to keep it small. And this is where I differ from a lot of people. I could have bought so many freaking single gene whatevers, but I kept it small.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have a life-altering event, you won't see me being in the sticker breeder graveyard, right?
That's true. Yeah.
I can manage this. And by replacing 1, 2, 3, 4 snakes every couple of years, I can keep this and add a rack over here and still be, that hobbyist that makes you the snakes that you want.
Sure. And so this will lead into my next thing. We can get into the Ozark stuff in like just a minute. So what steps do you or are you taking to grow your social media, your brand, your business? Like what does that look like as that, progression towards that, let's say that 5 years or, 10 years, like what are you doing to grow?
So obviously stuff like this, right?
Yeah.
coming
100%.
on lives, talking about it, getting my name out there. I do my own show. For the rest of this year, it's Sunday Sneaks Chat. And then coming into the new year, we're pivoting. And we're going to do a show on Saturday at 4 p.m. called Shed Your Skin, where you come on and literally, shed your skin, air your grievances, whatever. It's still the interview mindset, but it's like you are here on my platform with me, and we're going to talk about whatever. Showcase your brand, and if you want to rant.
Sure.
So I have that. I'm not much into giveaways, really.
Okay.
Like if I hit a milestone, yeah, of course, I'll do that. But I'm not much into like come to my show every week and you get a free snake essentially if you win. I'm not into growing that way.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. No, I get it. I totally get it.
So for me, like if you're tuning in every week, you're watching me and my guests, and that's why you're coming. Now, hopefully, I get monetized within the next year or two on YouTube.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Yep. We're 250. We're about a quarter way there.
Okay.
But I'm not going to change what I do to entice that monetization, right?
I get it.
Yep. My interview shows are like, this is tonight. Getting to know somebody. I'm bringing this person to my following. And vice versa. It's always been about my journey, right? So I started a channel on YouTube. Here's what I'm doing. Follow me in this, where I was, where I'm going.
Sure.
So
yeah, man.
I hope that answers your question, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I think that's all important. I think that's what. What's that?
I put my hand in the tortoise piss.
Oh. Yeah, man. I think that's what we all came to do, and I think that's why we do it. Grow our brand, grow our business. Start with Instagram. Go into YouTube, start doing lives, and I think it'll come, man. Like you even told me, I'll make it as long as I'm consistent. I mean? I think that's the most successful people that I know are consistent, and they're not just consistent like one. Lately. They're not just consistent
like live on Sundays, but I'm bad on my videos.
Oh man, see that's why I'm doing lives, man. I can't keep up with the videos. Like being such a small collector, like literally that's my collection right there. I don't have a lot of content to push.
Shit, I got to come up with something for next week.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at, and that's why I haven't. And like, do you really want to see these same 5 snakes that I just showed you tonight and showed Nicole last night? You're gonna get tired of it.
Yeah,
also, if you want to buy that champagne, please let me know.
Female, right?
Yep. Female.
Yeah, I might hit you up. I might, maybe. You said possible het lab, so hey.
Yeah.
Maybe
because it has to be.
Okay. Yep. All right. So
you can answer this. Let's go.
Let's do it, man. Yeah, man. So real quick before you get into that, I do have to say this is I knew you were going to do this USR grant, and honestly, I should have put more effort into understanding what I'm talking about, and USARC is fighting for our rights and all this and that. But I honestly thought USARC was an expensive way to support them, but it's not. I literally last night got a membership for $40 for a year. I'm a bronze, I mean? I would like to push that up. But man, dude, I thought it was like $40 a month for like the base membership, but no, it's $40 a year. So tell me why it's important. What do you believe about it? Why should we do it? Like, what's your whole spiel?
Well, easily enough, do you want these animals?
Yeah.
Because we may be able to have them.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Until we can't sell them. And Nicole brought Nicole went on such a hot rant last night I'm pretty sure my apartment was on fire, and you could roast marshmallows on which he was spit.
Oh my God, yeah, for
So
real.
why should you support USR? Because it's $40.
Yeah,
Really, $40 to get
yeah,
a free T-shirt.
yeah,
You,
yep.
they fight for our rights. They're our only lobbying group.
That's what's crazy, huh?
Now, I don't know. For you, have you ever had to hire a lawyer? It's not $40.
Nah, that's true.
$40
That's a
costs
good point.
I don't know. I think we get a good deal at that $40.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Yeah.
could be silver and do 200.
Yeah.
Sorry. Still getting questions about my water that I've been drinking. Anyway. So I mean, you I guess there's gold that's $2,000 or platinum that's even higher. Anyway, if you cannot support that $40 with your free T-shirt, why are you spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on these animals, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay, assuming that you for some reason can't spend a lot of money, that's not that much money, right?
No.
Right? It's a
Yep.
normal. Okay.
Yep.
If you cannot do that, and you still want to own these animals, I better see you sharing out every freaking thing USARK is posting. Every single blurb post, right? Because that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
cost you anything.
No.
It does not take you any money to click retweet or whatever, right? So
Yep.
okay, you've not spent any money. You've not done any of that. You've not even written your congressmen, women. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? You made
100%.
no effort into the advocacy of keeping these animals. And you're going to complain when Marco Rubio comes into Florida and takes them away? Like, seriously.
Facts.
Make the
Straight
damn
facts.
effort.
Yeah.
And like Earl said, like Nicole said, like I've said, if you don't do any of these things, don't come crying to me.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, that's 100% true. And I mean, I literally just exposed myself. I got my membership last night, and I'm ashamed for the fact that I've been in this for a year and a half, haven't done anything about it. But it's because I didn't go out there to educate myself, or didn't even I would post maybe like USARC stuff here and there, whatever, like the big issues, like the Lacey Act and this and that.
right.
But
And we all were like that.
but yeah, but there's more that you can do.
And most of us fell the hell off.
Well, I honestly thought.
I don't care. Oh, it's in Florida. I don't care. No, you care because it's going to trickle up and trickle down.
Yep.
If we don't do it,
and the things that happen in Florida or anywhere, Florida, California, or whatever, I mean, whatever sort of political issue it is, if it starts somewhere, it spreads like a disease. You know what I mean? Like they ban tegus here, they ban iguanas there, then it spreads to everywhere else. So you can't own a constrictor here, because it's a constrictor. And but you're like, bro, it's just a ball python or whatever. You can't ship over state lines. Like, in order for our hobby and our industry to thrive, we need that sort of commerce and we need that sort of community that's like literally just all over the United States. Like, if I can't go to Florida and buy a certain animal I want, or Florida people can't come here and buy my animals and take it back, like that's a big deal. You know what I mean? So, and it doesn't just start in one spot.
Yeah. So for me, it's multifaceted. We have a lot of species we work with.
Yeah.
That they exist more in captivity than they do in the wild. So there's a conservation aspect, right? So I have to recheck to see where they are on the list, but I'm pretty sure Russian tortoises are somewhat of a concern of an animal. And there's plenty of tortoises that are. So we need to establish these captive breeding populations, right?
Yep.
Make the eggs, hatch them out, ship them back over to their native ranges, then why are we threatening that?
Yeah, it's interesting because literally this last year, so I was working at a reptile shop up here in Colorado. We had Russian tortoises for sale, and then literally the next day, you know what I mean, like literally overnight, they were illegal to sell. Like it's crazy. You know what I mean? So these animals that we do want to keep and buy and, you know, breed and this and that, and is like they're becoming more and more restricted every single day. Like every animal, you know what I mean? It's not just like tortoises. It's not just, I mean, the laws are getting harsher and harsher. And once you create a law that says, hey, you can't have this, it's 100 times harder to go back and get that back into, you know, circulation.
Going to create a black market like we saw with large cats. I mean, everybody remembers when we were stuck at home, you know, 2020, we watched Joe Exotic and Pirate.
Oh my God. I watched that like 4 times, I swear. But I honestly think that's kind of what got me interested in these like exotic animals, is the fact that like there's people out there that have these giant collections of things, and they know then seeing Mario or whatever his name was on that show. It's like, man, he had all these different reptiles and animals and all these things. And that's what really got me interested, is like, man, I didn't even know this was a thing, you know, at the time. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, like where I'm at, that is, we need to stop that from being the sensationalized media, right?
Yeah.
Tiger King made us look bad.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, anybody getting bit by venomous makes us look bad. Anybody that's sensationalizing getting bit by any animal is bad.
Yeah.
You know, oh, you got booped in the snoot by your ball python, but you got, you know, X amount of views, whatever. No, you scared like 5 Karens, and now I can't have them in my HOA. Anyway, be good with your husbandry. Be good with your care.
Yeah.
It's a privilege to have these animals. It's not a right. You start fights for our rights to have these, but it's a privilege. Don't F that up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if this is going to make sense. I'm literally just speaking off the top of my mind. But what can we do to make sure that we get to keep our animals? Like, is it just, you know, paying a membership to USARK, or like what sort of actions do we need to take as hobbyists to ensure that we have these animals for the next, you know, 2-3 decades, or, you know, literally forever? You know what I mean? Like, what can we actively do on a day-to-day basis to make sure that our animals are not repossessed from us?
So as a keeper breeder, like when you have size, right? I'm not talking about like one ball python, right?
Yeah.
So you have multiple, like 50 animals, you know, a sizable amount. Support USR. You don't have an excuse not to.
Yeah.
With that being said, how do we you got to present ourselves in a good light.
True.
When you're doing shows, you're doing keeping, you know, videos, whatever, don't be sensationalizing the shitty parts that we all deal with, right? Like, you own animals, you're going to get bit. Don't be like, you know, hey, I'm on YouTube, you know, with a snake hanging on my nose. Why? You're going to scare somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
98% of the population that is freaking weirdos like us into being like, oh, that thing's the devil.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, like, you know, I wouldn't, like, for me personally, like, I wouldn't say that, like, feeding videos are bad or this or that, because, like, snakes eat rats. They just eat live rats. That's what they do. You can feed them frozen, thawed. But I particularly do not like watching those videos. Oh, no. I like feeding my snakes and everything, but then people...
We all see that.
They want to... Yeah, I mean, if you have a collection, you're feeding your snakes. That's literally, you know, like the highlight of my week. But I'm not going out there watching you feed your snakes.
I'm not going to sensationalize that on a platform where you hear the things squeaking and suffering. I mean, it happens. It's what we have to do as, you know, keepers of reptiles. I may do, you know, here's how you assist feed.
Sure.
Right?
That's very useful information. That's
here's how you shove this dead animal down this other animal's throat, but it's so somewhat brutal. It's not fun, and I also don't want to sensationalize me shoving, a pinky down in snake's glottis. It's not fun for me to do. But the only reason I would show that would be for the educational aspect of, hey, I was in my first year of breeding. I had to deal with this. Maybe I can relate that to you on terms that are not, Garrett Meyer or, some big name breeder. It's like, yeah, it was easy.
Yeah. And I mean, when you're doing like assist feeds and things like that, you're thinking about the animal's life. Like if it doesn't eat and it can't, learn to take its food in, it's going to die. And that's even worse than not doing it at all. You know what I mean? It'd be like, oh, this rat's life is important and this not like it. You're saving an animal's life and life, I mean, like, yeah, I feel like you're doing the best thing for your animal.
If your snakes aren't eating rats, then you better not eat any meat or anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because I've met vegetarians and vegans that are snake owners. I'm like, if I was a vegetarian or a vegan, I wouldn't be a snake owner because I would feel like so wrong about it. But, it's just, I think we need to do our part and not sensationalize, the necessarily negative aspects in the hobby because, a lot of people.
Right in the bin, you hear the freaking rat squeak.
Yeah.
I mean, I bring my own rats. I feed live most of the time. I call my old breeders. It never gets any better for me. It always sucks, right?
Yeah.
You have this rat that's giving you, the best that she can do, and you gotta call her. I don't know. I'm at the point now where it's like, I have enough rat genetics where I might try to give them, at least 1 year of being a pet.
For sure.
Because it's so hard to make them both, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Kent, I think we've had an awesome conversation tonight. I think everything that we went over is extremely valuable. I appreciate you showing off the snakes, being on my show. So I do kind of want to end this. If you guys are watching right now and if you're watching this right now, right as soon as I get off, head over to MJ at the Trap Talk podcast. He's got Nicole Tisdale on there from Lady Tiz Exotics. Please go check her out. Go support her. Next week I have on Shane from Heads and Tails, and I have Ken from Kenneth Evans Reptiles. Nice. So they're going to be together. They have a show together. So I decided to bring them on both at the same time because I would love to support what they're doing and try to get their sort of channels out there as well. So please go follow those guys. If you're not subscribed to Ken, please go subscribe to Ken at Kraft Brew Morphology. Or Ken, excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I get it all the time.
I did not mean to do that. 100%. Yeah. I was like, I'm already feeling a slight buzz, but that's all right. But anyways, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you, Kent, for being on my show.
Yeah, thanks.
I appreciate you. I'll definitely have to have you on in the future. I mean, I think, like the USARC stuff is super important. I'd love to bring you back once you start, having more clutches and things like that. If, bringing new animals into your collection. But man, dude.
Before you head off, I
will be
starting a new show.
Oh, okay, yes.
Your Skin, Saturdays, 4 p.m., starting in the new year. So, John, I definitely love to have you on as we transition away from Sunday Snake Chat into this new.
Are you doing both still, though? Or are you just switching over?
Unclear.
Okay.
I'm doing the interviews on Saturday.
Gotcha.
If I do the chat on Sunday, yeah, it is what it is. But the interviews definitely need a better time slot than what I have.
For real. Man, I love Sundays. It's really cool because we start out with like F&A balls at 2 p.m. where I live. They do their whole sort of race giveaways. You're on, and then Jeremy's on after you, and I'm sure there's like one or two more after that.
We and Chris from
I think
Chris and Levi are on. After
yep, Chris and Levi, and I think Chris is in the chat right now. So it's Sundays are one of my favorite days. But man, you do you. You do what makes you comfortable, what makes you happy, what works for your schedule, and ultimately you're trying to grow, and so I support all this is
sometimes. So
yeah, that's a good point because you're very courteous when it comes to Jeremy's show. Like, all right, we're cutting it off.
Show off the shirt.
Yeah, I got you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody's amazing.
Thank you, Matt, for having me on. I appreciate it. You give me this platform to be on the other side, show off my snakes, show off my animals, show off my
yeah, dude. Yeah. Yep. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Everybody tune in next week. We're having Shane from Heads and Tails and Ken from Kenneth Evans Reptiles. I would love to see you there. Let's get these numbers up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment. And man, you guys enjoy your night and thank you for watching.
I'm going to Trap Talk next. You're whack.
Yes, Trap Talk right now. I'm headed over there. I will see you guys there. You guys have a wonderful night.